pitching wedge, smack it or lay up. Who decides? Not Fashaan. When the Caddie's in the chat, yeah, Caddie.
It was connecting to the local network here, which is super shitty. Let me get rid of the local network. It's better now, right? Forget this network. Forget. Like that. Better? Much, yeah. It's weird, you know. So there's a Wi-Fi here at the sim studio, and I did a test. It gave me 9 megabits per second, and then I switched to my phone, just doing data from my phone, and it was 560. All right, 43 meters. My son has grabbed my sandwich, which sucks. So it's gonna be the McDaddy-o. But it is kind of cool, this. I mean, I was gonna ask Gaute, but he's away. So, but it's kind of cool because you don't get to see it, but everything that, like all the subscription notifications and everything, they pop up on the big screen here, which is nice. All right, 43, easy. Be good. Oh. Keep that up and this game is yours. I wish I had like the chat up on the thingy. This is very chill. This music is too chill for this guy. Oh, where are you at, my man? This. Good evening, Cassandra. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Caught up on Fashaan golf yesterday. Turns out vision is super important. Yeah, I'll bet. So as you may or may not know, we just finished the second or the last 4 episodes from Morocco, and with contacts this time. I won't say it fixed the golf swing, but it sure was more enjoyable. Solid shot, 600 points. 56. Oh, that's gonna be rough. I don't think I'm gonna do this entire thing. I just wanted to get some warmth in the muscles. Piece of shit. It wasn't really a piece of shit, but it was a piece of shit. It was just a lucky piece of shit. Left. Very bond skirt. I didn't bring my I did bring my glasses as well as a backup, but more importantly, I brought like 4 contacts. And for the first 6 episodes, I didn't forget the contacts. What I did was, they were my last pair, and they got stuck in the you know, thing where you keep them. You screw the lid back on. It got stuck in there, so I just like completely trashed it on day one. Big time suckage. Too far. Be good. Okay, great. So this is what I'm using now is a 52 degree, which is going, this is about like, for me, it's 85 meters. So it's too much club, but my son stole my 56 degree. And now we're at 36. I can try to do the 64 degree, the Macadaddio. It's a good choice of weapon, but it's kind of hard in here because it goes straight up in the ceiling and behind the sim. So that's the only issue here. 36. How about that one? Woohoo! I get very happiness. Sweet, can you do that again? Damn right I can do that again. Like this. Oh, that's a bladey. Above and beyond. So how many of the viewers... Yeah, Stina, true that. I don't understand a huge amount of golf, but what's your handicap? My handicap is 14. And if you don't understand much about golf, roughly what that equates to is that I get 14 extra shots on a round. So for a round that is, we're supposed to hit 72 shots, I can hit 14 more and still beat someone. If they don't have a handicap, then we sort of, if they're a professional golfer or like a scratch golfer, then they would shoot a 72 and I would shoot at 86, and we would that would be equal. So the handicap system is just a way for shitty golfers like myself to play with good golfers. And you can tell if you're watching the series that I do with the Gaute boy. He's way better than me, but it gives us the ability to compete together because I get extra shots. So it's kind of a nifty system. Did I lose it? Oi. There you go. Okay, let's go play around. Are you sure? So, what courses do we want to play? We can play a Norwegian course. We can play Lofoten, which is a beauty. Kind of hard actually. Not an easy course. Lofoten links. Continue. I can say T55, alright. Game settings. Put the mulligan on. Putting, alright. Holes all, yada yada yada. Course. Winds off. That's alright. View. Green grid. Auto. Save settings. Start game. So if I'm not paying attention, you can use the TTS. I think it works. So that way I can hear it, because I'm not really super close to the chat window. This course is Oh, Elizabeth, thank you. I will screenshot your message and send it to VGTV. Tight-laced, right. So I had lessons today. My big issue is with, like, when you're shooting irons, you're supposed to have like a little bit of forward shaft lean. This is a bit exaggerated, but you come down like this and you keep it like that and sort of force it through. With these clubs, the woods, the bigger ones, you have to release it so that you get like skunk. Because if you do like this on impact. Hoi! Lunatura! Grazie mille, Lunatura.
Lunatude resubbed for 9 months. Howdy,
9 months.
golf man.
Howdy, golf woman. Good to see you. So I was saying, so I worked on this today with a coach actually. So my big issue is that I've been, and you can see it, like if you see the last 4 episodes on VAG TV, I keep shooting the ball to the right all the time when I'm using the driver. Keep shooting to the right. And that's because I'm coming like this. Now this is open, so I shoot straight right. So today I practiced the feeling. It's like in golf, you have different feelings. You have to exaggerate the feeling. So I have to sort of get the feeling that I'm throwing the club up here, so that it comes down. Obviously I'm not doing that, but it feels to me like I'm doing this, and like that. So you have to exaggerate everything. So I've been doing that all day long. And it just fixed it immediately. Then I did a little bit of playing after my teacher left, and I was straight back to the shit again. So yeah, okay, now you can see it's 256 meters. You see if I open this big one here, you see it's down here, blue dot, that's where I'm standing. And you can see if I go as the crow flies, or the tiger line, it's 259 meters over, which means you have to fly the ball at least 220. And that's too much for me, because I'm not hitting the ball very far. Right now my ball speed is very low because I'm working on my sort of technique. So that means that I have to sort of go maybe like here and split it. As you can see up, you see it's a par 4 hole, which means the intention is that I'm supposed to have 4 shots. 1 into the middle of the fairway, 2nd shot into the middle of the green, and then 2 putts. And if I do that, I'm like on par, which is good for me. Since I'm a 14 handicap, I have like an extra shot on almost all the holes. So if I do this in 5 shots, it's actually on my handicap, okay? So let's try. Let us try. Oh shit! It's gonna be wet. Lucky bounce, come on. No. Straight into the water. Okay. Now I spend my mulligan. First shot, always what we call a breakfast ball. I went golfing once with Alice Cooper, who is an avid golfer. Although he's like, I don't know, 73 years old or something, he plays like a champ. And I teed off, I shot a horrible shot like that. And I said, do we get breakfast balls? And he said, no. And I said, okay. Then he said, but we do get rockstar balls though. So that's my Humble brag, Alice Cooper story. Okay, that was a shitty shit. Let's do this properly. It's gonna be super short and right, but it lives. We're in the fairway. No reason to be discontent. Bra god England. You have to fly the ball. Bra god England. Rita is not working, yeah. I sold art to Alice Cooper in the early 90s. Holy! You're an art dealer. The TTS doesn't work. What a piece of shit. Oh, do I have to fix the TTS now? You know what? I'll do the TTS. Does the text-to-speech work? I didn't hear it earlier when someone used it. Fuck. I don't remember. Get to go boom 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 bing. I don't remember how I did it, and you know what? I'll just check in with you guys more often. That's gonna be quicker. What handicap does your son have? My son hasn't really played too many rounds registering his handicap. I think he's like 45 or something, but he's practicing now. He has weekly lessons, so he's probably gonna beat me. Oh, yo, red nuts. Red Naxel Nodniv.
Red Naxiradanivu resubbed for 2 months.
Holy shit. Thank you, brother or sister. That's awesome. 130 meters and a bit up. 1.5 meters. Probably plays like 117 or something. And what if I do a 9 iron? A 9 iron. Easy 9 iron. Okay. Have fun. Go mad. Oh, that's a good ball strike. Might be a bit left, yeah. Felt that, but I'm sort of happy with it. And as you can see, sit. Yeah, you know, sort of like I hit the green and then it trickles off to the left, but I'll take that any day of the week. So even though I had like a shitty drive, not counting the first one because we did that one, but you do like a shitty drive, still you get to the green in 2, and now I have 2 putts, and that's all good. This is the hard part of simulators, because it's very hard to sort of determine the distance here. It says it's 12 meters, but you don't really get a feel. 12 meters, and then I'm just barely gonna carry the rough here, so just land halfway and let it fall. But you can see by the dots, they indicate like how it slopes and how it falls, so you can see that it's sort of coming towards me, the dots, which means that there's a little uphill there. So if I land there, the ball is just gonna stop. So I have to give it a little bit. Okay, let's try this. Go. Sit. Ooh. Yeah. You know what? I'll take it. 2.5. And then there's the gimme rule, because I don't want to putt on these things. So if it's on the green, you automatically get, like, if it's within 2 meters, they consider it like a gimme, which means that 1 stroke and you'll get it. And if it's from 20 meters, it's 2 putts. From 2 meters, it's 1 putt. And above 20 meters, it's a 3 putt. This is the hole that I've shot so many shots on this hole. For those of you who saw the Christmas calendar, this was the hole. It wasn't the same distance though. This is 128 meters. I did 108 meters for the Christmas calendar. So this is 128 and it's 7 meters down. So it's probably placed like 120, maybe a bit less. So I could do a 9 actually. 8 feels a bit excessive. Now if this was a real course outdoors, I would rather be long than short on this one. Because you see there's a little bunker short, so I might end up in the bunker. But it's not a big of a deal when you're on a simulator because it's kind of easy to get out of a bunker on a simulator. In real life, I hate bunkers. I'm a really shitty bunker shooter. But let's try this for a 9. Good ball strike. Might be short, might be brilliant. Come on, be good. Wee bit short. Yeah. $13. Pitch. Almost just landed right inside of the edge there. Boom. Boom. A bit too much. Sits it. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Another bogey. Double bogey. Shice. Oh yeah, of course. Short one and then really? Double bogey. Really? The TTS has been off for that long? There's a... Let me just check real quick. On the internet. On the internet. I don't know, man. Fuck it. Just fuck it. Okay, new hole, new opportunities. It's a good idea to think backwards. You see the flag, right? And then, okay, I can have 50 meters, but that's not a typically very enjoyable for me, at least now without the sand wedge in hand. So I can easily just aim for this and get like 100 meters in, that's all good. Which gives me, there's not much to land on here. But if I go safe here where I have some room, 175, why not? It's kind of boring. I can do like this. Okay, let's... So what you just saw now is a typical, especially guys move. You start out using your brain, but then you're like, but where's the fun in that? Let's try with a driver, because the driver is ultimate fun. And since this is a practice session, I need to be working on this shit. Be good. Okay. Stop it. Could have been worse. There's like two different things in golf. There's the stroke in itself, and then there's the result of it. And sometimes when I've been playing with people who don't play golf, they're like, but you're in the middle of the fairway, why are you pissed off? Well, because it was a shitty stroke and I just got lucky. So that's why. Okay. I feel like I'm probably not warm, so I'm shooting a bit shorter than I normally am. So I'm gonna club up here, do the 50 degree, where I normally would hit the 52. Just nice and easy. Always aim for the middle of the green. Don't care too much about where the flag is. I bladed it, so it's gonna be long. No, I got lucky. Sit, sit, sit. Okay. I'll take that for sure. Par. When you're a 14 handicapper, a par always makes me happy. Where's the Mr. McDaddy playing golf tonight? The Mr. McDaddy is playing golf at a friend of mine's, not really a friend of mine's, but a friend of mine has a simulator center in Oslo called Edge, ute med Grini. So this is where I record all my stuff when I did the Christmas calendar, and also just play here a lot. It's awesome, and this screen here is so huge. It's, what is it, like 5.5 meters across? Is it more? Has to be more. It's big, it's like the biggest in Norway. It's really dope. And I have the access code to this place, so that's good. Okay, 210, let's fucking get this shit. I need one good, I just need one good drive. The feeling that the problem is when you're working on stuff. So when I get up to the ball now, I stand like this. The first thing I think about is my grip. I want to have a closed grip. And then, so I hear my teacher's voice in my head. Lower the shoulders, so get the shaft down instead of being up here, get it down here. I have a tendency to raise my shoulders. And then there's the head. Tilt this way and chin down. Also open the shoulders like this, not like this, like this. And then we're here. Then in my back, I have a tendency to go too far. That's like beginner's mistake number one. So I need to feel that I'm throwing the club, stretching it that way, and then not getting an angle. With the irons, I get like a steep angle, that's okay. But with these, the woods, I need to sort of feel that I'm pointing it that way. And then there's the new thing where I'm throwing the club at the beginning of the swing, whack, so that it closes, so I don't end up like this. And thinking about all of these things at the same time while being on the stream messes with your head. Fuck your uncle. Horrible shot. So, because thinking about all of those things at the same time just tenses you up, it tenses all the muscles up, and you just end up doing stuff like that. So I'm gonna try next time to just focus on the one thing. How do you put in a simulator? You can do it. Like, I've turned it off because it's so inaccurate and it just has nothing to do with it. Like, you can putt and you just bring out your putter and but it's very hard. So I have this auto putt thing, which is like judging on my handicap. It gives me, the moment I land on the green, I get like as I said, 1 putt if it's within 2 meters, 2 putts if it's within 20 meters, and 3 putts if it's beyond 20 meters. 126 and up. I would say this is an 8 iron. Get. I have a good feeling about this shot in particular. Ah! Be good, be good. Ooh, but no, it was thin. When I say thin, there's the ball, here comes the club. If I hit it up here, like with the edge of the club, like that, kick, that's a thin shot. So it means that I'm not down here. I want to hit the ball in the middle of the face of the club here. Like right there, boonk. If the club is too high up, I cack it like this and it's thin. If it's too low, I hit the ground first. That's a fat shot and that's the worst. Now I'm just lazy, so I'm gonna use the 8 iron. No, I'm not. It's gonna run forever. About 52, easy. 13 meters, bunk. Hit it 3 meters, 4 meters, and let it roll. Okay. Sit. Time. I did it. Hit it a bit hard. I'll take it. Oh, no. I know there's a delay in the music, so I cannot sing along. Sadly for you guys. What irons do I have? If you're talking brands, I have the Callaway irons. I'm proud ambassador. They're sponsoring Shitty Golf as well. So I have, with the woods, I have the newest one from the Quantum series. Some of them aren't released even. And with the irons, I just have the 7 iron in the new series because we just did a fitting. So they are currently being sent from England, a brand new set. And if you're talking about like wedges, the gapping of the wedges, they are still deciding that for me because I did like this whole fitting thing. So they are just, I don't know actually right now which wedges I will get. I think I'll get a 54 instead of a 56, for instance, but yeah. I'll keep you posted. Okay. Do we have one good drive in us today? Okay, now I'm gonna try to not think about anything else than throwing my club and let the rest be the rest. Nope, and you can see how high it launches. You think that's because I sort of shoot it up, but it's actually the opposite. It's because my club is like this and the ball hits on top of the club instead of in the middle. It goes on top, so it just like shoots straight up. That was a proper shitty stroke. It's annoying. It's like 7 hours ago I was hitting straight bombs 240, 250 meters. That's why we hate this game and love this game. 128, 157. You can tell down, what is it, there? Down there? Right? The small figures down there. Tells you power 75%, which means now we're out in the deep rough. So if I would hit something that normally went 100 meters, it would now go between 75 and 84 meters, right? So you have to add all of that in, which means I kind of want to do like this, 137. I don't know, dude. Normally it's easy to get a little bit greedy, you know. Maybe we can get out with a hybrid. Hybrid is, like the name indicates, it's a hybrid between woods, which is like the clubs with the big heads, like the driver, and iron. So this is sort of a mix of the two. So it can potentially get you out of stuff like this, because now the ball is like buried deep down. But since it's a simulator and not real life, it's a bit nicer. Okay, let's try this one. Nay! I was pretty realistic, to be honest with you. Okay, my trusted 7-iron, be good. Oh, that's a great ball strike, but it's gonna end up short. Jesus. $131, still in the deep rough. So this is our 4th stroke. This is a par 5 hole. Now if I hold this in the cup, that's a par, which is obviously not going to happen. I might get another one of those in, but it's going to be short and we'll end up in this shitty area right here. We don't want that, so we're aiming over here. 108. Okay, what if we do like this? Let's try that. Ah, thin piece of shit. Can you leak tomorrow guest golfer if there is anyone? Tomorrow, oh yeah, no, tomorrow it's episode 5, right? I can give you a little bit backstory because we cut it out of the episode. Isn't it right? Isn't it episode 5 tomorrow? Last episode was the drinking episode with Josef from Madcon, right? So tomorrow, it's just me and Gaute Boy. We drove from Alicante to Marbella, and that was all nice. And then we had a super early tea time. And the way we book these things, not we, but the ones booking it, we sort of have to, you can't just book online. You have to get film permit, obviously, and then you have to sort of, we need a buffer, roughly like an hour, so people don't start playing behind us because we're playing slower since we're on camera, right? So we had this deal with a course in Marbella called, I don't know, I'll try to figure it out so that you can never play there. And we had a tea time at 9 o'clock. We wanted to be there early just to check that everything was okay. So we got down there. I had like a letter from the general manager. Everything was in order. We had permission. We had cars. We had 1 hour of buffer, but they were really strict. Like, if you play slower than this, we'll give you a fine of like $2,000. So they were pretty rough. Fair enough. So we came there and everything was closed, but people started coming. We were like an hour early, just to be there early. And then this douchebag idiot, I tried to get hold of him. He was outside of the pro shop and I was like, hi, he said, we're open in 15 minutes. Yeah, I just want to tell you that we're here, and he just wouldn't listen. He was like, 15 minutes. And he just stood there, and after 15 minutes, he just like turned a sign around and said, and opened the door, so we came in. It's like, you could have just answered my question for 15 minutes. He was just like sitting there. So anyway, I came in, I said, hey, we're gonna play here today. We talked to the general manager. When is your tea time? I said, hey, it's 9 o'clock. And he said, no, it's full. And I said, no, it's not full. We came all the way from Norway, so we're gonna play, and then there's supposed to be an hour buffer. No, everything booked. We can get you in maybe 10 o'clock. I have room for 2. And I was like, dude, would you please look at this email from your boss? And he wouldn't even look at the phone. He was like, do you have tea time or no tea time? And I was like, what do we do? And I couldn't get a hold of the boss because he was sleeping. Long story short, they were idiots, total assholes. And we were like, okay, what do? We have to get something today because we were leaving, going back to Norway the next day. So then we just went driving around and we met this wonderful woman from Ireland. Was she Welsh maybe? She was Welsh. Who was a general manager, Nicola Whelan. And we just asked if we could please play at her course, and she was like, who are you? I don't even know who you are. I showed her I sent her a link to the YouTube, and she was like, okay guys, I want to help you, let's do this. And it was the most beautiful course. And so it was just like 40 minutes after we had been turned down by the idiot. This wonderful woman helped us out, and we became super mega friends. Los Arqueros. If you ever go to Marbella, say hello from me. And she was just a beautiful saint that day, saved us. So that day, that episode is just me and Gert the boy playing, having fun. And then next episode is a fun one, because then there's a super secret guest. I didn't even pay attention to what I was doing now, but it looks as if I'm +6, so whatever I did wasn't good. Okay, now I can feel it. I can feel the drive. This is the one. Skip. Can you turn the music down? Of course I can. Like this. It takes a while before I hear the change. Like that. Maybe that was a bit much, but like this. Yeah, Los Arqueros is the one. Los Arqueros. Forever gonna love that course. And it was also the first time that we had really good weather in Spain, because we'd had so much shitty weather in Alicante. It was cold. Ish. Lucky bounce. Booms. Yeah. Wasn't too bad. It was a 200 carry which is all right. I'll take that, but it's still. Also, I have the earplugs in, so I don't really hear the sound of the strike. But anything that leaves you with 85 meters to the green is good enough. And since we are 89% power, we're gonna play it like we would play a 95-ish. Which means I'm gonna do the 50. Aim for the right side of the flag. And blade it to the left. Yeah, good bounce. But I'm very thankful. I got myself a birdie. Skoohoo! Par 3, 136 meters. But it's up a tiny bit, and the flag is in the front of the green, so I'd rather be long than short, which means I'm gonna do a 7-iron. Now, I'm very thankful that we got to do this VGTV thing, because that means that I've been playing golf throughout the winter. So now then, when a season is opening in Norway, and all of my friends haven't touched a club in half a year, I've been playing. So that's good. How about this one? It's right! And it's short. Oh, hit this rock, bing, no. I have to be honest, doing a live podcast while you play is not helping my game. I thought it might sort of take my mind off the technique, my constant technical thinking, but it also takes away some of the focus. But not this one. Left. Okay, okay, dokie. 8 meters. Easy. Easy in the cup. I'm back. Jesus. It's so hard, these chips on simulator. It's possible. Impossible. Your brothers don't share your hobby? No, well, Vegard claims that he doesn't want to start because he says that he'll be too committed. He's gonna be all about the golf. I don't think so. I just don't think that he really wants to play golf that much. He's more of a hiking in the mountain kind of guy, which is fine. Bjarte, he likes playing golf, but he likes nothing better than not doing anything, which is kind of amazing. I think I've told you this before, but I once took him to a wonderful country club that I'm a member of here in Oslo. It's a beautiful golf course on an island outside of Oslo. You have to go there by boat. It was in the middle of summer in Norway. It was beautiful weather. I picked him up in my boat. We drove all the way out to the course. We were almost alone because it was like any other day. People were working. So it was a weekday, and so we had a course all to ourselves. We played 9 holes, and then we had, or 11, and then we had lunch. And then on one of the like most beautiful holes, we're like watching the Oslo fjord. It was beautiful weather. We'd been playing kind of okay, and I asked him like, what like genuinely, what do you think right now? Like, he hadn't paid a dime. Everything was covered. He was picked up like it was the smoothest thing ever. And this is a fairly exclusive club, so it's kind of fun to play there. And he was like, you know what? This is it's really beautiful. Everything's nice. Weather is great. Had a great lunch. I would rather sit in my couch, if I have to be honest. And I was like, okay, maybe I bring someone else next time. Left, which is a shame. Ooh, but damn, my drives are shite. 192. It's a shame. 211. So this is a par 5 hole. And this sort of, it gets you thinking that you can get on the green in 2. On a par 5 hole, you have 3 strokes to get to the green. But now then, when there's 211, I could potentially hit the green. So then everyone, instead of just safing it, 3 shots, gonna try to hit the bomb and then probably top it straight into the water, and you have to drop it, get like a penalty stroke, and end up spending 5 shots just getting to the green. Luckily, that stroke was so bad, the sim didn't pick it up. It was just what happened. Then there's the option, just hit a fucking beauty. Fuck your uncle. I'm gonna re-hit, which means I get 1 penalty stroke. I get to hit it again, and now you can see up right above me, right here. Boop. This is the fourth shot all of a sudden. I mean, one thing is the distance. It was 211 meters, but like, it's almost as if you have to carry it 211 and then make it stop, which is hard. Okay, 54. 54. So how many of the viewers are playing or have played golf? Is my question. $54. Let me see. A beauty. Can't give this a full whack. Just give it a 70%. How about that one? Ooh, bit too much. Skibidi-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di. Double bogey. What a round. But look at the scenery. Lofoten Links. I haven't played there, but I have an invitation, so I intend to go as quickly as I can. There's this course, not a lot of Norwegians know it, but it's rated, I think it's like the third most beautiful. I think it's top 3 in Europe, this course, because it's so unique, and you can play midnight golf. You play in the summer. There's midnight sun, so you can tee off at like 1 a.m. So that's pretty dope. I played not far from this, or a bit far from it, but still, it was midnight sun. But it wasn't really midnight sun, so we went after a gig and we played in the middle of the night. But it was kind of hard to see the ball, to be honest. A bit toy. Damn. That is so shitty. Let me grab a new one real quick. Mulligan. Pretend like that never happened. Okay, now I'm going to force it left. Maybe that helps. Yeah. It's not good. Jesus, 190 meters. Horrible.
Grazie mille per la subscrizione.
Grazie mille per la
Someone Ylvis
subscrizione.
resubbed for 11 months.
I thought you were already here. Thank you very much for subbing. Oh my god. I really appreciate it. I know I haven't been streaming as much as I should lately because we were in Marrakesh, trying not to be killed in traffic, trying to play some golf. They had really nice golf courses there, so if you're into the golf, you're in for a treat. Come on, 18. Yeah. Go. Yeah, it was beautiful. The last course we played was just 6 months old or something. It was from 2025. I think it was just more than half a year. So everything was just super new, fresh. And the good thing about, like, because I felt a bit weird going to the desert in Africa and play golf. Feels like they're just spending all the water that people should have access to, but they're not allowed to. They have this thing where they are only allowed to use recycled water. So the water first goes to the people, and then to farming, and then whatever sort of, it's probably like sewer, and you get rinsed somehow and just like thrown into that. So it's hard for the greenkeepers to keep the golf greens as good as they should be, because the water is sort of contaminated. But that's, I mean, that's the golf course's problem. I mean, it just made it feel slightly better to be golfing in a desert. Let's try to start this hole with a wood instead of a driver. See if that's a better option. That's definitely a better option, which sucks, but that's a great shot. See how it keeps rolling because it's not as high as the stupid drives that I'm shooting. They go straight up into the air, which means that they just stop when they land. 192 wasn't that, but it's decent. It's okay. 113. I'll do a 9 because it's slightly upwards. So a big part of golf is knowing your distances and not listening to other people. All guys want to shoot as long as they can. But if you just know your distances for real and stick to that, you're way better off. Oh, that's good. It's just a feeling whenever you hit I mean, it's slightly right, but it's the feeling of the impact. You know, if that one was 1 meter left, all of a sudden you would be putting. So you can't really afford to not be happy with shots like that. This is impossible. 14 meters, straight upwards. Fair enough. Someone else, you were the latest subscriber. You'll get to choose. You get to choose club to tee off on this beautiful par 4, 345 meters. Which club should I start with? If you're still here. Oi, oi, oi. Attiju 92. Welcome, Attiju 92ers. I hope you're ready for some golf sim. That's what's going down. Helle Løysen. Velkommen. Veldig hyggelig med ride. Vi spiller jeg bare trener litt på sim og har tatt med streamen ut hit. Og det er jo forbannet hyggelig, det. I know someone else, that's why it's fun. So you can choose driver or 3-wood or 7-wood or hybrid, and then it's like nightclub is funny. Oh, look at that one. There you go. You can choose from Chinchi's clubs right there. Hva vi tenker om McIlroy og Victor? Vi tenker at det blir forbannet gøy. Det hadde vært litt gøy at Victor kom og fant på noe moro. Sandwich, that's an excellent choice. It's the only club I don't have. My son stole it. So out of all of the clubs, you pick the one that I don't have. But it's a fun choice. Pick-a-dick-a-pick-a-ping. Her som er nå da, på Edge, her har jo godeste... Ikke akkurat her, men når Edge var litt lenger bort i gaten, der trente Victor masse. Der står jeg og hadde flopshot-konkurranser med Victor og Kristoffer Reitan. Pitching is okay. It's a horrible choice, but kind of fun. So a pitching wedge, if I hit it well, it goes like 105 meters these days, because I'm trying not to hit as hard as I can. So that means I'm gonna need like 4 shots to get into the green. So 105 meters is about here. It's in the middle of nothing. But that's not gonna stop me. I'm gonna use the fairway on the other hole. Because if I shoot it, I don't know. I could potentially just shoot. Maybe I try to blade it a bit. Not blade it, maybe I de-loft it. Do you understand what I mean? You see here the green part here? That's where the fairway starts. So you are essentially asking me to play straight into the bushes. I mean, let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens in it. I put it back in the stance. I tried to de-loft the club a bit like that. See what that gets me. Let's go. Which means I just chug it into the ground a good 50 meters. Just past the women's tee. 77, 80 meters. Okay, but the lie is pretty good. Okay, let's see how many shots it takes to just go pitching wedge all the way in. So that's like 100 meters, maybe. That was 97.6. All right. We got 170 in, so we could do it in 2 more. $101. So 69, which means I have to take off about 30 meters, which is often harder, you know. If you swing very slowly, that you might hit it pretty good and it goes just as far as if you whack it. Okay, try to get it 70 meters. Well, you can see by the, so there are 2 distances. Carry distance is how far you fly it, and then it rolls out and gives you the total distance, which is like, so you can see the carry distance is 62.5, which wasn't too bad, but it was a bit low, so it just rolled on too far. So this gave us a triple bogey, 7 strokes, where I was supposed to do it in 4 strokes. Okay. First suggestion for this. This is a horrible par 3. This is 200 meters. So 1 club challenge, sure, go ahead. Lichfoxen, you get to choose the club. I mean, 1 club challenge isn't fun on a par 3. So maybe we do that on the next par 4. Stine goes 64 on the... Okay, let's see how many it takes me with the 64. So the 64, I used to have it used to be 60 meters. It's a bit hard in here because it shoots over and into, like, behind. I might lose the ball, but okay, let's try. So on a good... With a good stroke, this will get me 60 meters, but I rarely get 60 meters out of it. And so now you can see 60 meters, we'll just throw it straight into the bushes here. I might land it on the, how about I do 52 and get to the women's tee and then jump to the next tee after that. Ooh, that's nice, 52 meters, okay. Let's try that. Oh, shit. like that. Exactly 52, and then it needs to stop. You can't roll out. I need 10,000 subscriptions if I get this one. 52 meters. Come on, be good. Be good. It's not horrible. It's a bit left. Come on, be good. Oh! Grazie mille. That is one shot. That's the McDaddy right there. Problem with the McDaddy is that it's awesome off of these mats, but it's so hard to hit off the fairway. But oh my God, that's a shot right there. So then the next one is going to be to the children's tee, the junior tees, which is another 55 meters. Can he repeat it? Ah, rough one. Slightly 2 meters longer, 54, and jackaboom. Come on, be good. Oh, wee bit short. Fuck. And I lost the ball, I think. Come on. Hoit. Ah. I lost the ball. Fair enough. This is someone else's. But I mean, it wasn't that bad. God kväll Preben. Helle. Thanks for the 10k subs. Is McDaddy the actual name of the club or nickname, and also why? I don't know if you can see it. McDaddy. So people made fun of me having a club called McDaddy until I chipped in 2 in a row back to back. All of a sudden McDaddy became a legendary club, and it is fun. It's 64 degrees. No one has a 64 degrees for obvious reasons. Okay, so let's try this again. Trying to de-luft it a bit to get some traction out of it. It stops immediately in the rough, but it was decent. It was like a 45 carry. I don't want to lose any more balls, so I'm trying to. Okay, so I've got 60 meters. Back in the good old days, I could squeeze 60 meters out of this thing. I can try to put it back in the stands and give it a little bit of a whack. Oh, fuck your uncle. That's what a good old whack gets you. But, you know, doesn't end too bad. Membership bounce from the edge of the sand right there. That's good. So it's a par 3. We ended up doing 6 shots. Triple bogey. Okay, so now it's a 1 club challenge. Who was the lucky Lichfoxen? Was it you who wanted to do a 1 club challenge? You decide the club. We're doing a par 4, no par 5 actually. 391 meters. Index 16, so it's actually the second easiest hole on the course. But I have a feeling that Monsieur Lichfoxen is gonna ruin it for me. Let's go 5 iron then. Okay, that's sort of nice of you. I hate the 5 iron. I don't know why. I haven't really played it a lot, and so it's gotten into my head a bit. But maybe this is the day. I should be able to squeeze like 170 meters out of it. But since I hate it a bit, let's aim for 164. Straightforward, not be greedy. try to get a little bit of a draw on it. Okay. Fingers crossed. Ah, it's thin and nasty. It's all right. Just didn't feel too good. Feels like 150 meters, but maybe a bit further. It isn't too bad though. We can work with it. 153. It's all right. I can't manually put though. I could have if it was set to manual putting, but once it's been chosen, then it's sort of done. Done deal. So this isn't too bad actually. This is a par 5. I might even do par with this club. Come on boy, you can do this. Ah, that was shitty. I had a million thoughts in my backswing. Fuck. 24. Nice. That's gonna give us a rough. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. So 230. Easy and slow. Oh my shite. I jinxed it. But it's 155 to the center. Okay. A bit right, unfortunately, but it's a fairly good stroke. Give us a kick. Kick. Stop. Might leave us with a bogey if it's not too long. Stop before the. Stop, 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 stop. Ah! So it gets us a little bit of rough. Well, that it might potentially work to our advantage. Hope is the last thing you lose, right? So if we get this one close within a meter, we could hold it for par. So it's falling left in the beginning. So aim. We're gonna have to roll it all the way, right? With a 5-iron. Dunga. 18 meters. This is impossible. Jesus Christ. Okay, aim it a bit right. Oh my God. Ay, 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 ay. There's no feeling watching a screen 3 meters in front of you. Trying to hit a shot like this, 12 meters uphill. Sit. Jesus Christ. Feels like I'm barely touching it. Yeah, that's gonna be another triple. Jeg beklager litt, Faksen. Jeg var ikke bedre. Did you see that new golf game suggestion in the suggestion box? Did I? No. No. Golf kan du golfmann, eller er du på handicap 98? Lårens, ta så hold kjeften din. Kappo, kappo, kappo. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, so now, let's see. Now it's a 304. Let's see what we get from actually playing with the clubs I would have chosen. Maybe it will still end up triple. Not impossible. 256. It's just so fucking annoying. I've been hitting 250-meter bombs today because I had an instructor, and then the moment he leaves, I'm back to fucking that shit. Okay, let me get a good one now. That's not bad. Still a bit high. Stop before the... Oh yeah, so now you want to be long. Stop, stop, stop. Yeah. It wasn't super long, but it was a good impact. Carry 185 is still shite. Okay, 87. 87. Je crois que j'utilise le 52 pour ça. Non, je préfère le 50 parce que le power 89 actually, which means we gotta add another 10%. So I'm gonna play this like a 95 is up a bit, but also no spin. Yeah, let's try to squeeze this one out. Oh, you blading piece of shit! So this one, you can see it's like out. It says in penalty area, but since it was red sticks, you can play it. You say drop here, but actually there's an option calling as it lies in this shit with no penalties. I can play it from here, 60 meters. And you do a little bit of McDaddy magic. It's gonna end up short. No, this won't do actually. So the one club my son keeps stealing is one of the clubs that I use the most. So it's kind of, okay, do this one. Nice and easy. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Boom. Ah! Easy chip. Super easy. Boom. Way too long. Sit. Ooh, wasn't way too long, was actually pretty nice. Bogey then? No, it wasn't too bad. Felt like a triple. Paquete boom. So do you have the simulator set up at your house or a remote location? This is a remote location. Har du spilt golfsim i Sogndal? Er det noe greie? Har ikke spilt, men jeg så det var en oppe med felleskjøpet der. Rett oppe når du kjører opp i dalen. Der så er det stort som golfsim, så de har tydeligvis fått et eller annet. Det er jo moro da. Super Battle Golf, up to 8 players playing golf all at once and you can sabotage each other. But I guess it's a game, like not a sim game. Mickey-dicky-picky-pee. $277. Okay, now we're doing a 3-wood and a slight fade around the corner. What? Can you really do that? Yes, it's easy. Is it really easy? Yes. Just watch me do it right now. It's pretty easy actually. So that was the first shot, and then it's just a super easy 207 meters into the green. Motherfucker. So as you can tell, well, now I'm just like messing around, but still, I'm not super friendly with the irons these days. No, the woods. The irons are okay. Where is my iron? See, irons are okay. Irons are super okay. But I've been working so much on the irons. Oh, shut the fuck up. So that I hit iron swings with the woods as well. That's why. And now I'm trying to sort of force it back down and I get all sorts of wacky results. $23. Easy 23, no thinking, just BAM! At least I can do this. $3.73. Is this it? Is this the drive of the day? Will it be the drive of the day? We're all in anticipation for what appears to be the drive of the day. Yeah, so that's the stupidest. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Give it a bit of a whack. Shoulders down. Tilt the head. Chin in. It's not horrible. It is not. But it's a bit fadey. Come back. It's actually fairly decent. It's downhill, so you know it should be more than 227, but it's a golf shot. It is, and it gives us 153. What if we do the 5-iron, our nemesis, just to show this fucking iron who's boss. Ah, there you go. That is a beauty, so it's going to be way long. Way long, but it felt good. Sit, sit. That's not bad. That's a hole. The anticipation was real. Ooh. I agree. 5-iron redemption. You know, it feels really good when you hit those pure, the woods and the 5-irons. Absolute beauty. Now 115 and down 7. You see the flag? So this is one thing you need to consider. I shouldn't go pitch here anyways, but it's a bit down, and you know, but if you see the green, the flag is in front. So ideally I should aim for like 124, right? And if it rolls, it gets over here. If it's short, it's near the flag. So always calculate your misses. 120, it's a bit downhill. So I'll try a 9-iron, and maybe that will end up just short enough. But I think it'll carry the green front, hopefully. like that. Let's try that. Yeah, it wasn't horrible. It was a bit fat. Oh, really? Unlucky. Right, so it says pin high. Distance is good. Had a little bit of a righty right on it. Do we do just nick it in there with a 9-iron? I'd probably do that in real life. Just when you actually have a feel. Right here it's pretty hard, but it's just knock it 1 meter forward. Doof, like that. Yeah, see. On the screen it went like 40 centimeters, but in the room, so it says 1.1 carry. In the room it went way longer than that, so. Which hole is this, by the way? This is the 18th hole, so it's the last one, which kind of feels all right, timing-wise. Will he finish in style, or will he finish like a fucking loser? Let me see what this hole looks like. It's an index 12, so it's sort of a medium. Yeah. Let's try to get it down there. Ah, felt right. And right it was. That's all right. That's okay. 192, which isn't as bad as it felt. 133 out of the rough. Give it 10, so it's going to be 146. Place like 146. It's down a bit. Let's whack a 7-iron. Try to squeeze something out of it. But we could also have a look and see if we want to hit the center of the green. That's like 140, and add 10%, which is going to be 155. 155. Yeah. A super pure 7-iron will land us exactly on the flag. A shitty 7-iron will be short and right, maybe. 6 might be too long, so we'll try this one. Ah, that was shitty all day long. Oh. Yeah. Forty-two. Okay, let's finish in style with the Caddie. How about that one? How about that one? Knockity knock. Oh, sit. Well, fuck you then. 4 meters. Oh. Sit. Oh, okay. Såpassa. You stupid piece of shit. How am I supposed to? do a little bit of this. Oppa! What a hole out! What a hole out! You guys. And that's how McDaddy chose to end that one. Ay, 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 ay. That was good for me. Was it good for you? What was chat poll? Thanks for joining. I mean, what a gift to be able to do this not alone, but with some friends. Ah, I didn't get the poll. Well, thanks for joining, people. I'm gonna get my arse back home. Today, important day, big meeting with Felleskjøpet. Thank you all for joining. I can't wait to tell my dad tomorrow what I did. He will understand absolutely nothing. Hates golf, hates computers, hates the internet. I hardly agree. All right, people, thank you very much. Do we have anyone to raid or anything? Nah. Let me check. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. So Thursday stream, I'm not quite sure. Just check out the Discord and you'll see. I guess, I'm not quite sure, but I plan to stream. Maybe we'll go back to some farming. Who knows, right? Who knows? Thank you very much for this very beautiful evening night. I don't have an ending screen, so I'll send you to a startup screen. See you next time. Sayonara.